The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Cowboy 80. 59. You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right. Let go.
A good gain there on first down. That run will get him 7 up to the 32-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
3 down. Watch Bronco 80. Bang, 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 bang. Big Lion.
Now a give right side. Posey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
Ready, break. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 3 down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
19,
So here's a
Tiger,
1st and 10
Tiger.
at the 38.
Check smash, check smash. Check 24. Ready, ready.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. Give him a couple on the carry. There, 2nd and 8.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, Shaq. 70 Timberwolf. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Ready, ready.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Yeah, that's what I do. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Option play, and they're hand to Dobbins. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Flushed out right. Going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Panther 11! Panther 11!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Come on. Set! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
54. 3 buzz. Check 99. Check 99.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now a nice throw here, and he hauls it in. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, they'll throw. Completes it right side to Brent. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
Harrison Butker is set to kick
So
off.
all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This will go for 5 up to the 33.
The ball carrier.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Third and 2.
Ready? 60 Eagle! 60 Eagle!
Pick it up!
Ready?
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the first first down yardage to the 35. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll move the chains.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Watch the curl. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Go, Chap. Go, Chap.
Watch the ship.
Big Lion.
Watch the ship.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Hatchet. Hatchet.
Check go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Fielded at the 33. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Viking 18. Ready, go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
59.
Check go.
Check 59. So we got man.
Rolling to his right. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Ready.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
No.
On 2nd down now, Posey, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. These 2 teams all tied after 1. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
Go.
They'll try to run this one in, and this time he is in. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Jets have taken the lead.
Harrison Butker on.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a carry for Dobbins. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Get out the field, defense. Hey, watch Sam, watch Sam. Check, Mike.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Here we go, Shaq. 70 Timberwolves.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Dragon 60. You better go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
Hey, they scared. They scared.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hey, check that, check that. Street, street.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check 26, check 26.
Ready, go.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Let's go. Bronco
2nd
80.
and 11 now.
54. Mike 54. Coming. Mike 54.
Ready, ready.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
Shot field. Hey, it's all around.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
54, right there, right there. 54 Mike.
All day, baby, all day.
Hurt, hurt. Right there, hurt. Check, hurt, hurt.
Come, come. Watch Swiss, watch Swiss.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh will send on the field goal unit. And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 6-yard.
But I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other. and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
On the set. Panther Street. Panther Street. Ready, go.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Let go.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
But in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The 44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Check 9, check 9. Check go.
Dobbins running up the field, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
54, right there, 54, Mike. Watch the pass. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Watch the flood, watch the Buffalo 18.
Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Whoa! Let's get it.
Eddie!
Check Mike 54. Mike's 54.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
79 Broncos.
Here I come.
Ready, cut.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
You ain't doing nothing today. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Right there, 54, Mike. Pick me up.
Go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here we go.
There's
Here we
a
go.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
He's scared. Hey, watch that. Watch that.
Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready, go.
Here's Dobbins, and he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
16-yard line.
Yeah, baby! Woo!
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Hey, smash Bronco. Ready.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Back him up!
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Watch the screen! Pass! Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Here we go.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Now back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
3 down.
Come 19. Riggs.
Come to me, it's me.
They'll look to throw. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
2nd and 2.
Buffalo 18.
At the Ravens' 46-yard line.
Go.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 2 yards to go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Check.
60 Bison. Warriors 70. Hut.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And the 13-year man puts it through. So it's on to halftime of this AFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly.
The Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. Street, check smash. Check, Bobcat,
Check safety.
18, Pioneer.
Watch safety creeping.
Hut.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
On the ready.
Watch out.
Check smash.
They'll run on 1st down. Posey. And he stopped immediately there.
On the carry.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
Might be it right there. I think that's the lucky one, y'all.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
They can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On second down, Posey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
A 9-yard gain.
They'll keep it on the ground. Posey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
A gain of 4 yards.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Let's go.
So
Cowboy
in Raven territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Ready?
So still
60
14
by
yards
6,
to go,
by 6.
second down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
18 Cardinal, Dragon 60. Let go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Left side, it's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Here we go, shot. Hiking, 18. 19 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, hut.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
The pass.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back. Maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 21 yards away. And the Jets are going to take the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is the absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
19 tight, 19 tight.
54, Mike 54. Here it comes, here it comes. Mike 54, Mike 50.
Big Lion.
Coming for you, son.
Go.
Switch, switch.
He'll be taken down down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Let's go.
So it's third and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Rabbit.
Mustang 19.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Mike 5.
Ready, go.
Too little, Captain.
He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Let's make these babies.
Bronco 80. Go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Mike, check. 59.
Switch up.
They run the counter. Godwin slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Come on. Set. 70 Lion. 18 Pioneer. Ready.
Go to the right side here, and that's complete.
Ready up.
And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go
This
now.
offense converted
Cougar
once on
19.
fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Check. 79 Bronco.
59. Mike the 59. Who that?
Mike 5'9.
Watch the slat. 59's Mike. Check.
Ready, go.
They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Here I come.
On first down, Posey. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So that one will be accepted.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Ready. Bronco 80.
Coming to you.
Check, go.
They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
And again this time to the tailback. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Left thing, 19.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
Down. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Let's go.
Now a handoff to his running back. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Second and 9 now. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Jets on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he'll give it here to his running back. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
An important play right here, third and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Check. 4 down.
Ready, go.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Ready, ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got it. Got his man on the side. Complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Shut up. Cowboy 80.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. You scared of it?
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Let's go.
Try to do better.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here we go.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Check that. Street.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Hut.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He may try and run for this. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. It's their quarterback. 28 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys move it this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play. And then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off. And he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And exactly how fast was he going? According to Next Gen Stats, 21.7 miles per hour.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, fourth quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to float this. Oh, wide open, complete. Booyah! And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Jets are going to take the lead.
Harrison Butker on for the point after.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll start with the option.
Here's a quick throw to start the drive complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Tag! Cougar 19!
Squeeze, double. 54.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Go!
On play action, they'll throw.
That'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
You got it.
On the double.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hurt. Right there. Hurt.
Check three. Check.
Ready, go.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, first down.
60 Bison.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Hey, watch Sam. Check, Mike.
Ready.
Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
19 Tiger.
Hey, defense. defense, let's go.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
54's Mike. Check. 54.
Hey, watch the lane.
Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Viking 18.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Check Mike 54.
Check go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Martin called that a very strong gain of 24. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it
Let's
as,
go now.
I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Watch the run. Check nickel.
70 Timberwolf.
54's Mike.
Hut.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another first down.
7 Pirates. 7
That's
Pirates.
another Baltimore first down.
He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
For the extra point.
So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
At the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Jets
Shaq.
offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Trap 60. Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Jets are going to take the lead. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll try and run it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Now left side completion to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Right here. We got to step it up.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
I got it. Come on, baby. Let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
Ready?
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
54. Watch 54.
Ready?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
73-yard line. Bronco.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
70 Lions. Nineteen tight. Go.
Back to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
Okay, break.
Watch time. Tight end.
70 Ranger. Hut.
They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Mendoza. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Come on, set! 70 Lion! 19 Lion! Ready!
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow.
9-yard line. A gain of 8 yards.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Don't give him nothing.
Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And the kick is good. He puts it through, and they are moving on to the AFC Championship game.
38.
And they're moving on to the Conference Championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From